and another video from Dave.
What's up, YouTube? This is Dave's Handheld Mode. This is another video to do with my review for the Nintendo Switch, and another video from Dave. And yeah, pretty much this is my review for the Nintendo Switch. A lot of you guys have been asking for me to do a review. One in particular, Derek Fisher. Great dude, funny dude, good friend, loyal subscriber. Shout out to you, buddy. He actually asked me yesterday, he said, Dave, when are you going to have out your Nintendo Switch review? And I told him possibly Sunday or Monday. But today, I actually did not have to go to work due to the customer changing the schedule of when they wanted us to finish up the job. So it gave me today off. So I said to myself, I said, what better day to do the Switch review than today and get it out of the way? So pretty much what I'm going to be doing is just giving you guys my general opinion of my experience with the Nintendo Switch. My, ups and downs, lefts and rights, things, positives, negatives, pros and cons, stuff I like about it, stuff I don't like about it. Now, I will say this first and get this out of the way. From what I've been seeing on the internet, there has been a lot of problems with the Nintendo Switch at launch. Fortunately for me, I have not gone through any of them. Other than the whole Joy-Con Joy-Con strap situation, which I'll get into in just a little bit. But my suggestions to people, consumers, when it comes to buying a console at launch, and it's usually like that with anything. You take a new phone, I would say at least wait a couple months. Now, when it comes to a console, I would say wait a year. Let the thing come out for a year, be out a year. Let them iron out the bugs, all the problems, and then go get it. If you're like me and cannot wait, I would get a warranty. A warranty is very good to get. It is a good idea to take into consideration. Because Walmart actually offered a 3 or 4 year warranty, and it was like $40 and some tax, and it covers it for spills if I drop it. There was times with the Wii U when I literally felt like throwing that motherfucker out the window because I hated that console so much. And if I ever decide, I feel like that with this console, I can literally chuck it out the window, pretty much get up out of my seat, go outside, pick it up outside, put it in the box with all the pieces broken and everything, mail the motherfucker in, and get a new one free of charge. So that's why it's always good to get a warranty, because a lot of these consoles, come out and they have issues, and you never know. Like something like this with a screen like this, you could break it, drop it. You want to put a warranty on it. But yeah, like, it's no mystery. It's not rocket science. At a console launch, there's going to be problems. With the Xbox One, my brother had the green screen of death. Yeah. And he had to mail his Xbox. He got it twice. Back to fucking back. He had to mail his Xbox in twice. Didn't have it for a month both times. And had to fucking pay money. They didn't even cover it. And he didn't put a warranty on it, with the Wii U, I had issues with the gamepad. I couldn't walk a foot away from the fucking console without it saying that it was unstable, it's losing connection. I had to mail it into Nintendo. Nintendo covered it. I had it under the year warranty within the first year. But I did get a warranty on it, but they covered it for the first year, just like this one will cover it for the first year with Nintendo. And then I had another problem with the Wii U with the disc. Like, it wouldn't read certain discs, and at that time I was using GameFly, so I just thought maybe it was like one of their discs was scratched from other people getting it, because I didn't have the game, I didn't buy the game, I got it from GameFly. But then I got another game that from GameFly did the same thing. When I sent it back, got another game. So then I told them to, mail the game I had, mail me another copy because it wasn't working. So I figured out, that it wasn't reading certain discs because it actually read Zombie U, but it wouldn't read New Super Mario U. And it wouldn't read Batman Arkham Armored, but it read Armored Edition, but it read Call of Duty Black Ops 2. But I'm just saying that's issues you will have at launch, shit like that. The only other consoles I could think that I had issues with, other than the Wii U, was the PS1. The screen jumped, but back in the day, I mailed that in. My dad mailed it in because I was little at that time, and I got it back 3 weeks later, and they actually gave me Ridge Racer. I actually told this story before, but good luck seeing some shit like that. You're lucky if you get your fucking console back if you mail it in to get it fixed nowadays. Being sarcastic, you'll get it back most likely, if you're lucky. But no, I'm just being sarcastic. But I'm just saying, like, that was like when, the gaming industry was new. They're trying to make a good impression. That nowadays it's gonna be an arm and a leg when you get shit fixed. Now, a year later, something goes wrong with this. If I don't have it under warranty and the manufacturing warranties ran out, then I'm gonna be paying to get this fixed. So that's why you want a warranty to cover it for a couple of years. But yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people having issues with literally the screen scratching. What I suggest with that, you might see that I have bubbles still from the screen protector. Definitely, I'm just lazy. Get a screen protector. It's $6-7 if you don't want to get the tempered glass. I just went with this. If I do see the tempered glass at a store, I'm probably gonna pick that up. But for right now, this is good. At least get this, $6 or $7. But I don't really have that issue where the screen is scratched anyways. Even before when I put that on, I noticed no scratches on the screen. I have heard that I don't know. I hear mixed things. Some people are saying that Nintendo has pulled these from from the website. They're not selling them no more. You can't get them nowhere. And then I heard they're just out. Like, I watched a guy the other video. He said that was actually not true. Nintendo did a statement saying that that they're just out of stock on them. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Other problems, like Shokio had crazy ass noises with his Switch, making crazy noises. Another guy had demonic sounds where he had to get a priest. No, I'm just kidding. He said it was demonic sounds. I don't know if he got a priest or not, and had to do an exorcism, but it was making demonic sounds. Maybe it was possessed. They do say that demons and ghosts and stuff like that. I think it's demonic spirits can attach themselves to objects, like Annabelle. So I don't know, but the guy said he was showing it. It was making crazy noises, but I don't know if it was demonic. But yeah, there's issues going around, but that's expected at launch. It is what it is. But yeah, another thing I heard with complaints lately is the store. Just the bare bones basically. That's another one. People are saying that when they got on their Switch, there's not a web browser, there's not Hulu or Netflix. And I can agree with that. That's not right, but at the same time, Nintendo was in a position. Would you want them to roll with the Wii U and continue that horror show any longer? I mean, the Wii U was literally at the point where it was a fucking zombie walking around. It was already dead, but for some reason still walking 4 years later. Like, it was just waiting for, like, Rick or Michonne to fucking take its head off. But instead it was fucking Reggie Fils-Aimé that decided to, cut that motherfucker. And the rest of the dudes at Nintendo. Like, they had to take it out. To me, it's just a console it went on way too long. They carried the horror show on way too long. And the best thing to do was to release this as soon as possible. Yes, they released it a little too soon, but they had to, what was that? Support the Wii U longer and know that that thing was not doing them no good, or get their fucking, ball rolling with the Switch. Okay, we gotta wait till summer till we get you know, the new online service. They're going to give it to you free. Right now, there isn't much to offer really at all, not even Netflix or nothing, but it is what it is. I understand why they did what they did. You know, but the thing with me, as long as I have something like this that I can play out that motherfucker day one, I mean, I'm good. This is a fucking juggernaut. I mean, you got people bitching about the launch lineup. Did you look at the launch lineup when the PS4 came out and the Xbox One? Did they have anything even on the level of this? I'll wait. You tell me. Hold on, let me help you. No. This is currently sitting at a 98 on Metacritic. This game is a fucking blast. When the PS4 came out, it had fucking Killzone 4, Shadowfall, and it had Knack. Knack was a good game. Killzone was fucking trash. But it still did not match up to the level of this game. Same thing with the Xbox One. They had Rise Son of Rome and Dead Rising 3. And they might have had another game, and some third party, but those games did not match up to the level of The Legend of Zelda. And for a launch title, that's impressive. Just imagine if the PS4 came out and say Naughty Dog held off on The Last of Us and put it for a launch title on the PS4. Even though the PS4 sold very well and still is, imagine what it would have sold then at launch. It would have been fucking buku numbers. And I think that's what Nintendo took in consideration. They're like, we got fucking Zelda. We got this motherfucker. This motherfucker has our back at launch. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got that shit covered. And every month or every 2 months, you have games dropping that are big. By the end of the year, you're going to have a pretty good handful of exclusives. And it's going to definitely be, if there's no delays, this will be the best, out of the consoles we got this generation, with the PS4 and the Xbox One and the Wii U. By the end of the year, I would say the Switch is going to have the better, games, for its first year with exclusives. Once, like next month, you got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You're getting a Mario Kart game. Even though it's a remaster, you're getting it in year one. You're getting ARMS. It's going to be a new exclusive that comes out, I think, next. Or is it Street Fighter 2 after that, remastered? Then you're getting Splatoon 2. Come on. Mario Odyssey. Like, come on, people. I mean, let's get real here. If that all drops like they say is coming, the first year is going to be extraordinary. Now, if shit starts getting delayed, then they'll have me worrying. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to have some third party like Skyrim and NBA 2K 18. It's just right now. It's just like you got Just Dance. You got that's the yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, they got 2 Shovel Knight games. They just added Neo Geo games like retro Neo Geo games. 6 of them. Master Blaster came out. They actually had more games come out since launch. Those are the ones. And then you have games like 1-2 Switch, where I hear mixed things on it. More bad than good. I like Fast RMX. I got Fast RMX and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And that is good for me right now until Mario Kart 8 comes out. Because I do own other consoles. But I will say this. I am one, too, that always believes that a console should be supported, even if you have other consoles. But this is a launch console, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we were sitting here like 3-4 years, like 2 years later, and we weren't having no games like how the Wii U was, it was very rough, then I could understand that argument. But at a launch, we're sitting here at launch with fucking Zelda. Come on, guys. Other than that, so my experience with the Switch and what those are like the negatives, my biggest negative with the Switch, I'll get this out of the way, I guess, is I'm not too, I don't know how to feel about this one. The whole Joy-Con situation with the strap. You put it on, and I was just watching a video from Mr. T, and he took his off fairly easy, but at the same time, you have to apply some pressure to that. More pressure. Like, I'll do it one more time so you see. You have to apply a little bit more pressure, and he shows you don't even have to press the button. I thought you had to press the button, but even without pressing the button, you still have to put pressure on it. Now, look at me when I put it into the Joy-Con grip, and I get it out. Look how easy it slides in, and how easy it slides out. It's not too bad. I think this is just, to me, it feels like a little bit too much pressure. For some reason, Obi-Wan's way worked the other day when you press down on this. I can't get it to do that for some reason today. I mean, it's not too bad. You know, I mean, I have to agree with Mr. T. It's not terrible once you don't press in on it. I think that's where I was experiencing a lot of strain. I felt like I had to press in on it real hard so it wouldn't be so hard when you pull it up. But if you just pull it up and not think about it, I guess it isn't that bad. I just don't want to feel like I'm breaking it, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it feels like you have to press, you know, you have to put a little bit of pressure on it. And I don't know about that. But they do make these grip holders for 15 bucks to where it will have these things and you just put the grip holder on it so you can, or you don't even have to roll with this, I don't think, these things. You can just pretty much play it like this. You know, and I have played it in tabletop mode, which you do have people complaining about the whole kickstand thing that's flimsy. If you put it on a pretty good table, like where it's actually a flat surface, you know, you're not going to experience that, you know. It's not going to be that bad. You know, it's like just like that. And how I was playing it with my buddy, you're playing fast RMX like this. You want to be pretty, if you're going to play it in split screen, you want to be pretty close to the screen. Not real close you have to be, but you have to be at a decent length to the screen. You don't want to be too far because it's going to be hard to see in split screen. But it is fun playing it in tabletop mode. And it's really impressive how many ways you can play this console. Like, you can literally play it. I mean, I don't know. Let's look at all the ways you can play. You can play with the Pro Controller, which I'm going to go over that in just a second. You play one way that way. You can play with the Joy-Con grips like this, you know. You can play it with the Handheld Mode. You can play it with it like this, like with the two Joy-Cons like this, and you can play it like this. So that's 5 different ways. I mean, that's pretty fucking impressive. You know, that's why I like it. You know, it's like the new feature and it's kind of cool. And the HD Rumble is awesome. I really want to play a game. That's the one reason I want to play 1-2 Switch, to really experience the HD Rumble. But I'm gonna wait for another game. I mean, I just haven't seen too much good stuff on 1-2 Switch. I might get it if it drops the price. I'd say I'd pick it up for about 20 bucks maybe. You know, I'm not spending what it is now. Was it like 50 bucks? No. But even when you play like Fast RMX, you feel the HD Rumble. It's really cool. And you know, you guys know I'm a big like HD Rumble, like you know, I like the Rumble features. I told you guys, like with the N64 and how I like the Rumble triggers with the Xbox One. That's what I'm impressed with the Xbox One controller, the Rumble triggers. I love when you're playing Forza and you feel the corners and shit with the Rumble triggers. It's awesome. But yeah, basically, all the different ways you can play it is really cool. My favorite ways to play it right now is basically like this. I like this way. This way is pretty good. I'm pretty shocked that I actually like it, because when I first got the console, you guys remember when I did the unboxing, I was really tired. I didn't get much sleep the night before, and then I had to work all day, stand in fucking line for 3.5 hours. Got lucky, got a spot. Got home, did the unboxing. When I first seen it like this, when I put it like this, I was like, wow, that's kind of small. But once you really get used to it, it's not that small. You know, you're like, okay, I see what I feel it now. You know, it actually feels good. The only thing right here, you got the directional going on. I like an actual D-pad. I like an actual D-pad. And when Street Fighter rolls out, Street Fighter 2 Remaster rolls out, I want me a D-pad, an actual D-pad. You know. And that's one thing that I like the Pro Controller over this mode, over this way of playing. But it's still, I do like this way of playing, but I prefer the Pro Controller. The Pro Controller, it might be a little early to be saying this, but I like the Wii U Pro Controller. I had said this in other videos that was my favorite controller of the generation. I haven't had too much experience with this to say this yet, but I could see this being my favorite controller of the generation. It's like a fucking elite Pro Controller from the Wii U. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything in it. I could see some Super Nintendo. I could see, you know, even from other consoles like the Xbox One, it's like a bunch of great controllers thrown in one with this new HD Rumble. Like, it's awesome. And shooters are going to be really good. It just feels really good. The buttons, I mean, it's just fantastic. I like it a lot. But the mode I play the most in with the controls, believe it or not, is actually handheld mode. Because we have been really busy with work and shit lately, and I've been taking my console with me to work. and if we say I don't have to drive somewhere and my brother's driving, you know, we have a long drive to the job, I play in handheld mode, and I have to say it's pretty comfortable. It don't bother me. The one guy, my buddy sent me a video of Rerez, I believe the YouTuber's name. He said that he asked a medical professional, you know, how, you know, over time this will hurt your hand. Bullshit. You know, and he was saying his thumb locked up, you know, and after 7 attempts he couldn't play like this. I played like this more than anything. Am I saying it's the most comfortable in the world way to play? No, I would say this is right here. But this is not bad. You know, you can play with this and be fine. It reminds me a lot of the, you know, I'd say the gamepad. You know, I'd say the gamepad was a little bit more comfortable, but this is not bad. And I have big hands. The guy's like, I have big. I think he said in the video he had big hands, and that's why it's hard for him to play. And I've seen other people complain in videos, like on that one channel, the No or something, or whatever it's called. They're all saying how big their hands are. I was like, my fucking hands are big, and none of these ways bother me to play. You know, that was their biggest problem, you know. But no, it's really comfortable. It's a great experience playing a game like Zelda in this experience. I can't wait to play like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS, you know, Street Fighter 2 Remastered, Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2 like this. And the cool thing too, you can link up with your friends. If you have like a bunch of friends, you can all link up and play like games like Fast RMX, Splatoon. It's pretty cool, you know. The battery life isn't bad, you know. It's not like the 3DS, but it's not bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for me, it's fine, you know. And if you want longer battery life, get a battery pack thing, you know, like they make for cell phones, and it'll charge up, and you'll have more of a charge. But overall, I am pretty satisfied with the Switch. I have to say, oh, and two, this is the AC adapter. I like that Nintendo don't go with a real big one like the Xbox one, the big power brick. You know, they still doing that, but Nintendo keeps it simple. You know, it doesn't take up too much. You know, when you put the power brick, it takes up a lot of space. This is not bad. I like that. But pretty much, oh, one last thing that I have to go over before I'm done. Alright, now this right here was mind-blowing when I showed this off on my unboxing. These game cartridges are so small. So small. You have to be really careful. You know, I would suggest if you get a Switch, if your game is not in the actual Switch, put it directly in the case, because I lose 3DS games and they're not even this small. You know, they're not even on the size of that. And I'm looking for it. Oh, here it is. Here's the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. But look how, oh shit, look how big that is compared to this. You know, look how big this is compared to this. This is small. You could lose this easily. Make sure you have it in your game console or in the case, because this would be very easy to lose, in my opinion. And it's just mind-blowing of how small that is. Now, one more other thing. I'm remembering things from shutting down my review. You know, a lot of people are bitching, and I feel like I'm addressing a lot of complaints that I just don't see as complaints. A lot of people are bitching about the space on the system. What does it come with? I think it's like 32 gigs, I think. I don't know if it says on the box, but I think it comes with 32 gigs of space. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's 32 gigs. But anyways, you know, it doesn't come with like a 500 gig or a terabyte like the Pro. Yeah, the PS4's got the 500 gig. The Pro has a 1 terabyte. The big difference that this system right here's got on fucking PS4 and Xbox One, and that the Wii U also had on those systems, is that you know, I don't have to install this motherfucker into my game, into my Switch. You know, I'm running off the cartridge. So if you buy physical, say you just go physical, you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to buy a micro SD card to upgrade your storage. But those things are fairly fucking cheap. They're a lot cheaper than what I had to do for my PS4 and get a 2 terabyte and spend $90, or my Xbox One and go spend for a 4 terabyte $120. You can get a fairly decent sized card for cheap for this thing. And then that's the difference. And you don't even have to install these games. So you're not going to be using up a lot of space unless you buy digital. And that's the funny thing. I see people arguing like, there's a big difference here. We're not installing every game we buy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you buy the physical games, you're not installing them, and that's one of the arguments I kind of laugh at. But yeah, pretty much this is a pretty good console, pretty good launch experience for myself. I've been enjoying it. Like I said, I wish it had more features, but I understand why they did what they did. They had to get the ball rolling, with the Switch. They couldn't sit there and wait. The Wii U was just it was just a horror show waiting to be ended. And it took a long time to end that show, but they had to. There's problems with everything, but for the most part, if I had to score the Switch of my experience, I'd give it an 8. I think it's been a great experience since launch, and I think it'll be a great first year. My thing with anybody looking to buy a Switch, if you don't have a Wii U, I would suggest a Switch for Zelda. If you have a Wii U, get Zelda. Wait on the Switch for later. Get it. I would say at least by summertime. Or a year later. And that's with any console. I would say that. But if you can't wait, you don't have a Wii U. Yes, you'll be satisfied with this bad boy right here. And you're gonna have, and right around the corner we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We got ARMS coming, Street Fighter Remastered, you have Splatoon 2, Mario Odyssey, and third-party games that are going to probably come. That we know Skyrim's coming, NBA 18, Nintendo's. Like, it's going to be a good solid year, I think, for the Nintendo Switch. I can't wait to play some people in fucking ARMS when that comes out. And we're going to have our voice chat probably in summertime. That's what it's looking like. Right now, it is what it is. But I'm having a great experience with it. I do not regret my purchase. I like it. No problems here. Hopefully, knock on wood, there won't be any problems. But like I said, get a warranty. That's my video, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments section. Did you get a Nintendo Switch? Did you have any problems? Like some of these people having demonic sounds. Did you have to get an exorcism or a priest to perform an exorcism? Or are you like me that just is having a really good experience and didn't have any problems? Just tell me in the comments section and more videos to come. Thank you, YouTube.